Ready to chat with these little fucking freaks?
Yeah, y'all are freakers.
No, we found out y'all are little freaks.
I'll tell you in a second.
We'll tell you in a second. Hold on. We'll be right back. Hello and welcome to Staying Up with Cami and Taryn. I'm Cami.
And I'm Taryn. And every night I get to have a sleepover with Cam, my wife. But every week we invite you to join us. Thanks for staying up.
I like that little mix up.
We've decided y'all are freaking freakies,
Y'all are
bro.
little fucking freaks.
Every episode that y'all go feral for is mostly about sex or we're being vulnerable about our relationship. Mm-hmm. But
y'all like to get deep.
Y'all like, ew. Oh, I've never heard you laugh like that. I loved it. Yeah, y'all like deep. Y'all like the depth.
I was at a meeting with my manager and she was like saying how we read the stats last episode and we were talking about it, and she was like, we were talking about the frequency of using toys, and then we were talking about toys, and like literally out in public she was like asking what percentage at the time we're like using toys versus not. And then she was like, yeah, I don't like putting vibrators or dildos inside me, like it doesn't really do anything for me.
Well, she has like a wiener she can
I know.
use.
It was like you literally you have a wiener attached to
at your disposal.
But yeah, she's like, yeah, I just don't like the feeling. I was like, I don't like a vibrator inside me either. Like, I don't like vibration inside me. It makes me uncomfortable. Like, it doesn't feel good to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were just like literally at a restaurant. But yeah, it's like everyone likes different sensations. So but we're just like at this nice restaurant being like, yeah, dildos, vibrators.
It's iconic because you and your manager had like this thing where you were like, you know, we have like let's have boundaries. And
I never had that. I was
but I felt
no boundaries.
Like you were trying to respect that she could have wanted that.
Well, that's what's weird, because literally one of the first events I went with her to, we were like talking about boobs, and like I think she even like showed me a picture of her
boobs. Oh,
like we were different. Like very open.
You should sue her.
She's always been I know, my God, we've always been very open. She was just kind of like figuring out how to keep clients not being like my best friend and infiltrating. I think she has let that go completely with me.
Yeah, well, you guys are like
we're homies.
True deep homies.
We're homies.
I
love her.
You know me, I'm always having like I'm always having like a struggle between when do I try a new bit and not.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you're always having a struggle with your health anxiety because you've been on one lately. But
what?
I thought you were going to be like, I'm always struggling about like, am I dying?
No. This is about the work conversation still. So I didn't even tell you this, but
we're testing a new bit.
We're not.
Wait, did you remember the bit you wanted to be testing?
No, I don't.
Oh,
We're
really
not
sorry,
testing
honey.
a new
That's
bit,
tough.
but like we could.
What is it?
Okay, so I was on a call with the COO from my company, and then two people from a different company that we were like thinking about working with.
Okay.
And it was actually kind of silly. Like normally you're supposed to do like brief intros and everybody goes around and introduces himself and whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know why everyone was like trying to flex so hard on this call, but everyone's like, telling their whole fucking career story, like where everyone worked and whatever, to the point where people are like, then I was here, then I was here, then I was here. Like
I started my babysitting career.
It was just so much. And one of the guys was talking about a career change that he made in the pandemic.
Yeah.
And I completely blacked out because I was like, dude, when it's my turn, what if I casually said the pandemic?
Oh, you're like, what if I just like drop really scary hints that I'm a conspiracy theorist?
Can you fucking imagine?
You're like, oh yeah, I too during the wink wink pandemic.
But like I don't even make a thing out of it. I'm like, yeah, and then during the pandemic, And
it's so uncomfortable because it's so casual. People are afraid to laugh or even ask questions. There's like, Wait, this is so against who she is as a person. What is happening?
Literally, I've already been obsessed with the pandemic joke. I think it's so funny.
You do love that one.
But I do think in a work setting, it's even funnier. And then if you start to like...
Especially when you're at a startup and there's like no HR.
Yeah. You're like, dude, I was actually really inspired during like Pizzagate and stuff. I was...
Oh my God.
Is that funny?
You're like, oh my God, you guys were going around and saying your favorite movie.
Yeah.
What if you were like, when they landed on the moon?
Nice. That's a good one. Or like we're going through analytics and it's like, stop the count. Or like stolen election.
Oh my God. You know that TikTok trend when you're like, hey, do you have these pants in store? And you like open a bunch of threads and it's like, oh, sorry, not that. And it's like one actor, like nudes or whatever. Yeah. Imagine you're doing that, but it's all like conspiracy, like QAnon stuff.
Wait,
you're sharing screen.
Dude, I just thought of an actor when you said someone's nudes. Try to get in my brain.
Okay, I'm bad at names, but like Spider-Man. What's his name?
Oh, the little one.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Holland. Tom Holland.
No, older Spider-Man.
Oh, something with a B. I don't remember his name.
Is it not like Jake Gyllenhaal?
It's not Jake Gyllenhaal.
What is that little twerp's name?
I feel like Tom Bradley, but
he looks like a little twink.
Yeah, no, I do know what you're saying. Spider-Man. It's like the little guy.
It's a little guy.
They're all little guys.
It's Spider-Man. He's a little twerp. Not your phone being fully cracked in the back.
Tobey Maguire. I said with a B, but I meant apparently.
Maguire is a B.
No,
if
Toby.
But Maguire, if you like see the word, there's a B.
I'm seeing Toby.
Toby has a B. Yeah.
Then Andrew Garfield. They're all the same.
Wait, is that not who I said?
No.
What did I say?
I don't know. But I was thinking
Andrew Garfield.
That's not who you said.
Who did I say? Guys, who did I just say?
I was thinking Stanley Tucci nudes.
You would be blessed to see those.
I would be. Do you think
they'd be
ripped?
so tasteful. Oh yeah, ripped. I feel like he would take the ones where like it'd be like in the mirror, but it would be cut off, so you just see his like V.
Yeah,
it'd be those like the one.
Do you think he has a V?
Yeah.
You think Stanley Tucci has a V?
I do. I think he's like ripped under there.
Should I Google Stanley Tucci nudes right now?
Not nudes, but just like bod.
Stanley Tucci body.
Adi.
Let me look. Stanley. I love Stanley Tucci. He's so special.
Oh, he's just an angel in this world.
Stanley Tucci body. I'm scared. Oh, that's certainly
I don't want to see it if we don't like it. I don't want to see it.
He was really ripped. I'll tell you that.
That's what I feel like
he still is.
I feel like he could go in and out of it if he wanted. Oh my God, he was so... Wait. Why does that look like the guy from Law & Order SVU?
Was he?
No, like literally the guy.
No. I don't know.
Wait, can I see that really quick?
Sure, honey.
I need to see that a little closer.
No,
I'm like, dude. Oh no. Wait, what? He was so hot. I mean, he is so hot, but like hot in a different way.
Okay.
I cannot believe he's not gay.
Speaking of nudes.
Him in real life, though, makes me feel like he's the guy from, what's that movie? With the
Easy A.
Easy A.
I knew you were there.
Where they're like both bisexuals.
Same.
Parents.
Same.
That's him in real life to me.
Guys, we're playing this new card game. We're playing Shithead all the time.
It's really fun. You have to add it to your website.
I will. Tumblrdeck.com.
Yeah. It'll be up there.
My friend taught us it the other day, and
it's really good.
We got home and we were playing it. We were like, we need to put a movie on while we play. We put on Call Me By Your Name.
Classic.
I am so mad that Armie Hammer was like a cannibal.
He's a fucking scary man.
He's a freak.
It makes it really love that movie for me though, because all I think about is him in real life and being a little freakerton, and then like people having to film with him.
Yeah. Ooh. And then like the age gap in the movie.
Yeah.
And the wage gap. Who knows?
Probably both.
No, he didn't get a wage gap. He man.
What?
He's a man. Like he didn't have like a. It doesn't matter.
Oh, like they're both men. So
they're both men.
It doesn't matter.
It's all fine.
Gotcha. It's all fine. Who cares if one man is paid less than another man? Nobody cares. It doesn't matter.
Wait, back to my work call though. I wanted to tell the peepees because sometimes we get messages from the peepees on like, oh my God, what do I study? It's so important. I'm like, what do I do for school? What do I do for my job?
Matter.
What do I, whatever. And the people that were on this call had such impressive careers.
Oh, yeah.
And almost
get off that. Oh, the bit.
all of them studied something different, were in a completely different career for most of their life.
Yeah.
This one guy who's like a reality TV producer now, he had spent like 35 years doing something completely else. And then during the pandemic, he changed. But it was so cool. It was so funny because in that meeting when they were all sharing their careers and stuff, I literally started thinking about the PPs. I was like, I want to tell them this. This is like so nice to hear. And that's every call. But just hearing people's like
especially
twists.
this day and age.
Oh
like,
my God.
Everyone's bopping around.
We're all struggle busing.
I haven't said this in a while, but I've said it many times.
Don't yell.
I really like the advice. What? What'd you say?
I said she's gonna yell. Don't yell.
You're just trying to break that phone.
It is so cracked.
I've said this before, but I really think it's great advice to follow your passion, follow your passions in life, and like that'll kind of lead you where you're supposed to be.
Honestly, your curiosity. Isn't that what you always say?
Follow your curiosity. That's right. It's not passion. You're right. It's not like just
passion.
Yeah, it's not the opposite, but yeah. I was wrong.
like, wait.
I always say this incorrectly. No, follow your curiosity.
Follow the money.
Because even I went to school for communications, and sure, I don't like technically use it. I work for myself, so I didn't like need my diploma to get the job that I have. But I learned so much and learned stuff in school, and a lot of the classes I took, I was just interested in them.
Yep.
And that's what stuck with me. And I think we really get caught up, and luckily you don't really have to these days unless you want to do something specific, like be a doctor, and there's so many years of schooling that you have to do. But now it's you kind of pick knowledge as you go from work experience and whatever it may be. So I don't know. I think I would just encourage people to get out there and be curious younger in what you can do. Like I didn't even know what a copywriter was in high school.
Yeah.
So I could have never followed a path to be a copywriter.
Yeah.
But if I was interested in writing, I think I would have learned skills and then I could have followed that path. You don't
Totally.
There's really no one size fits all for anything these days.
So true, bestie.
I know, I thought so too. This weekend was so much fun, but so busy.
Crazy cookie cucamonga.
And for some reason, all weekend, I was thinking of like, not that it like felt so adult. Like we are full-fledged adults, and I think it's kind of cringy, especially when millennials are like, I'm so adult right now. But I think because we all had this idea that we were going to be like married with kids at 22, doing very adult things, even though we're in our 30s, sometimes feels weird. But because we are nesting and family planning right now, and I'm constantly thinking about like, what would this day look like if we had kids, and just kind of like assessing what that life looks like. I was thinking about it a lot this weekend because we had such a packed weekend. It was very fun, but it felt like very packed in a very wholesome way, I guess, instead of adult way.
Yeah.
Like we watched the tennis at 6 a.m. and friends came over in PJs. The tennis.
We watched the Wimbledon finals.
The tennis. We watched tennis really early Saturday morning. Friends came over and we like made them brunch and coffee and just hung out, and it was really cute. But I went to the bathroom when you and I were out to sushi, and like we just like bopped around. We're doing errands. We're like, let's go grab some food together. And I was thinking it's so nice that like when you have a partner that you just enjoy so much, like the one downside is I'm probably reaching out to friends way less because I like always have my best friend with me that I'm like, I have company. I don't need more, especially as somebody who is very comfortable in like smaller friend settings.
Yeah.
You're my friend, so I'm hanging out with you. So I'm not like, oh, let's invite so-and-so to hang out. I'm with my friend already. But we were at lunch and I was like, wow, I'm never really alone anymore because I'm married. I live with you.
Yeah.
We
Work
both
from home.
We both work from home. We like doing the same things. Very rarely are we doing separate stuff. And I was like, that's cute, but it's also kind of funny because I love being alone.
Yeah.
That I was like, that's so funny. I like really have to time out and carve out alone time.
Yeah.
To get it. And I don't really, I feel like I'm getting alone time with you. But then I was like, holy fuck. When do parents get alone time?
They don't.
That made me
panic.
So scared. Yeah, I was like,
this is what was happening when you were in the bathroom?
Yeah.
Aw.
Well, I was just in the bathroom.
I was probably like,
I was like, this is so fun bopping around with you. Like, we're having such a nice day. It's going to be so, and we had just talked about like, we're going to have a little kid with us and be in there and like bop in for some food. And then I was like, oh my God, you're literally never alone again. Mm-hmm. You have to try like, we'll have to get a sitter to go get a date night, but that's you and me.
Yeah.
But then I was like, oh wait, there's 2 of us. So if like I need alone time, I could just be like, hey babe, will you watch the baby?
Yeah.
Like,
and I'll say no.
I'm going to go. You're like, I'm not going to babysit.
You're like,
the baby.
Just asking people say that. You to watch the baby.
You're going to watch the baby and I'm going to go get a massage.
You know the Spider-Man meme? That's us trying to get
pointing at
each other to watch the baby.
Nose goes. Yeah. But I was like,
see.
holy fuck, that's really nutty. But it made me realize I need to be good about doing that for myself when I know it's important for me.
You do.
I need to remember to take that time and just like go take a bath. Go read a book alone. Go like sit at the park alone.
Yes.
Because I even feel bad if I go on a walk without the dogs.
Yeah.
I need to make sure that we have a good balance of like taking care of the family and also taking care of ourselves. Just a thought I had.
I hear that. It's funny that you were having those feelings this weekend because I was too. I wrote it down even in our notes, but I was like, just felt like we were at a never-ending sleepover. Like obviously
this weekend,
we say that's like the point of this podcast, but this weekend specifically, I was like, this is so fun. Yeah. Especially when this is a moment that will be locked in my brain, I think, forever.
The weekend also felt like Thursday to Monday to me.
But we painted our stairs, which
if you're watching the video, you can kind of see it. Kind of.
We painted our stairs black and we had to do like primer and then 2 coats. And so we like went to Home Depot. We got all the stuff. And then we were painting the stairs with wine.
Not painting the stairs with the wine. We were drinking the wine while we
painted the stairs, and watching rom-coms. Yeah. Like The Devil Wears Prada was on, and then it went to Blue Crush was on, and then it went to something else, and it was like
it felt like we went to Blockbuster and picked up a movie.
100%.
Went to Michael's and got like friendship bracelet craft making.
Yes,
and then we came home and like did that
and had like a yummy a shake.
Yeah,
is how it felt. But like adult version of that is like we're painting our stairs, watching a 90s movie.
Yeah, it was really cute.
Yeah. So I loved this weekend for the same reasons.
Marriage is so fun.
Yeah. But
it also kind of felt like a first date, you know, like especially lesbians, we have a first date and it's like 10 days.
Yeah.
It kind of felt like we were doing that too.
That's hilarious. I didn't think that, but I love that.
Dinner, we went out.
And we were like, should we keep hanging out?
And like we
forever?
woke up and like went to breakfast and then like popped into some shops.
That was cute.
Home. Yeah.
Proud of us.
I love you.
I love you too. One thing I was thinking about is originally when we named this pod Staying Up, we thought that like one cute use of that name is also like obviously we're staying up with what's going on in the world. We're staying up late, which we don't, but that is ideal, and we're having a sleepover with our peepees. But then it's also like, how are we staying up? How are we like staying happy? How are we whatever? And we have never really even talked about that. So I just thought I would ask you, is there anything that like you're doing lately that is like keeping you happy, or like, I don't know, just like little things that are making you feel like I'm up?
That's so cute. I know this about myself, but I fall out of it a lot, especially around my period when I'm feeling low. But being busy feels so good to me.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to do better at like, even when I don't have a specific task to do, or I don't want to do something, like filling my time with stuff. Mm-hmm. Even if it's like something I've been wanting, I really like Googling stuff and researching random shit. Mm-hmm. So if I'm like doing nothing, instead of like looking at opening TikTok, I'm going on the computer and like Googling the random thing I've been wondering about and like, researching it.
Like what?
What am I Googling?
Yeah.
Oh my God, anything. It could be from like what parts of the earth used to be underwater to like, what is this ingredient in skincare and is it bad for me? Or like, is the plastic in our pods for the dishwasher ruining our bodies and our pipes?
But aren't you getting those things to Google from your time on TikTok?
No, those are all just
in your head,
in my little head.
Oh.
Like I like have a moisturizer and I'm like, oh, I'm really liking this. What ingredients are in this that I'm liking so much? And then I'm like, wait a minute, is this safe for me? Is this good? Can I use this when I'm pregnant? Like,
fun,
just stuff like that. Or researching rug runners for 2 hours trying to figure out which one we want.
A long
home decor
Google.
stuff. I love a little Google.
She loves a long Google schmoogle.
Yeah, just like researching stuff. So
we got to get you back on the long Google schmoogle.
Yeah, just like filling my time with stuff that I really like. I don't take medication for ADD anymore. I was taking Vyvanse for a little while, but for a while now, I've stopped. It was just a lot, and I wanted to be on Lexapro, and being on so many things was like freaking me out.
Yeah.
And Vyvanse really I had a lot of side effects. It really was beneficial. Like Lexapro, I don't feel a change day to day. I just look back and go, oh, I haven't been depressed for a while. That's good. Vyvanse, I feel different, but I've been like, is this who I am? Is this like a good baseline? Like, is it taking away the ADD? Or am I like high right now from Vyvanse and I feel weird?
It's probably that.
Yeah. And I don't love that.
Yeah.
So
I think that's the thing. Like every time I have to go to the doctor and they're like, oh, do you like being on your medicine? Mm-hmm. Is it helping? They always ask, is it helping? And my first thought is always like, no. But then I'm like, if I look back, yes.
And that's, I feel like, the right way
that
medication
is how it should be. Yeah.
You should not even notice it because you're just not noticing the bad. It's just baseline.
It's not going to feel like you had some marijuana or
like
had a glass of wine or whatever. It's not that feeling.
Yeah.
Which I think people expect when they get on like an antidepressant or an anti-anxiety medicine.
Yeah.
Although some work like that, like spot anti-anxiety medicines, like Xanax and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But those aren't for me. I don't like feeling things that drastically.
Yeah.
When it's medically
Unless you're
induced.
having like a panic attack and need to like nip it in the bud.
Same.
Yeah. What are you doing to stay up and happy, lovey?
I am loving going to play pickleball. I think that is so fun.
We went yesterday together.
I want to thank you again. That was so fun.
Yeah.
I know sometimes you don't like to do things if you feel like you're not good at them and you feel like sometimes you're not good at pickleball, but
oh yeah, it was so anxiety inducing because there was like a group of people playing next to us and I kept hitting the ball into their area and then it messes up their game though.
They did it back and you didn't. Do you remember when they did it?
Yeah.
They did it like 3 times and you did it
once and I did it like 3 times.
Not true. They did it multiple times.
Yeah.
So you're just making it feel bigger.
Yeah, I don't like to be bad at stuff.
When that is, every time I go without you, it's constant.
Yeah.
That's why the courts at my parents' Palm Springs house have dividers between the 2 courts now. Because otherwise you're just...
Yeah, you're doing it so much.
But I thought you did great. And I love seeing you try hard. Like, I feel like...
No, I'm a fucking try hard, man.
No.
There's one.
No, I feel like... You and I share that in common where like we're not going to try hard if we feel like we're going to be embarrassed. Mm-hmm. And there's not a lot of times where I see that side of you.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we don't play a lot of like sports together or do a lot of like active stuff.
Yeah.
Unless it's things you're good at, which is like we do our little workout stuff at home or we go to boxing or yoga or whatever.
Yeah, I only like to do stuff that I'm good at. And I just didn't play sports like that growing up.
Right.
So then I'm like, I'm not good at this and I'm embarrassed.
So I love going with you and seeing you like rush to a ball is like the cutest thing in the world. I'm like, oh my God, look at her go.
I'm rushing to pick it up and bouncing every which way. I'm like, ooh, no, I hate that gives me the ick for myself so bad.
What?
Like whenever you go to get the ball and it like kind of gets out of your way and you're just kind of like chasing it for a little or like you throw it and they like pickleballs kind of bounce funny.
Chasing a pickleball is so embarrassing.
So like you go to get it and it like bounces off of you and like hits and then you're crouched over. Oh my
freaking
God.
Goofy goo.
Oh my God. I feel like I'm having an outer body experience and I'm watching myself from above and I'm going, oh honey.
Yeah, it does look like a little
sweetie.
Someone dropped something downstairs.
It's really embarrassing.
My dad just texted me, yo, on a plane heading to Denver. He texts me when he's on flights.
Yeah, because he knows his little baby girl anxious.
But my first thought is it going down? And that's why you're texting me?
If it was going down, I don't believe he'd go, yo, on a flight to Denver, baby.
Okay,
P.S.
he didn't say Denver.
Going down, down. Yeah.
He's probably listening to Meghan Trainor. My dad loves Meghan. That's a weird fact about my dad. Oh, speaking of pop girlies.
Yeah.
Sorry for nutting.
Yeah, you should be.
Did you see that Sabrina Carpenter's aunt is the woman who voiced Bart Simpson.
No?
Isn't that crazy?
What a fun little fact.
Bart Simpson,
She should bring
the
her
voice
out
of Bart
on
Simpson.
stage one time.
Oh my God. She'd be like, eat my shorts. That wasn't good. No.
I can't remember what he sounds like.
It wasn't good.
I liked it. Maybe it wasn't Bart, but I liked it.
It's what he says, but it isn't how he says
yeah.
it. It's not how he says it.
You started off pretty good, though. Maybe I'm just looking over your head at our stairs. I get obsessed when we like change stuff.
Do you like it or not like it?
I love it.
Okay, good.
I love a little change, especially in the house.
Do you wish I changed more?
No, never. But I just am like, oh, I want to put like the frames up and ooh. Now that we're on a kick because we have to do our basement, I'm like, what else can we change? I want to do it all.
Can I ask you another thing?
Please ask me another thing.
About change?
I'd love to hear it.
Do you wish I didn't wear workout clothes during the day?
No, I wear whatever the fuck you want.
I know, but do you wish I did it less?
No.
Be honest.
At home, no. When we go out, maybe.
But what if it's a weekday and we go out? You want me to change?
I don't want you to do anything. I want you to do whatever you want. But
No,
like,
I'm curious because sometimes I feel like if I
when
like
you put effort into your outfits.
Yeah, I mean,
I like
different
that.
effort because it does take effort to pick these pants, pick a shirt.
I don't feel that that's like effort.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I like when you like pick your little outfit and you're like, do these shoes go with this pants? Like, I love that.
Okay.
So like anytime I can get more of that because I think it's so fucking cute.
I just don't like to like when I'm working from home and I know I want to work out that day.
Yeah.
I don't like to wake up and put like jeans and a bra on. I'm like, what am I doing? This
I
isn't
get it.
me.
See, back to the conversation of like doing things that make you happy. It makes me happy when I get ready for the day.
Yes.
I was actually watching a TikTok. I saved to show you. It was this girl of like sharing like things that I've started to do that make me happy. And one of them is like looking presentable for the day.
Yeah.
Because then, and like showering more. It was like for the girlies who like get a little depressed. It's like shower more often because when you do that, it's like you take care of yourself and you like get a cute outfit on for the day or do your hair and makeup. When you look in the mirror, you see somebody who's like taken care of.
Oh, that's nice.
You know what I mean? And I really relate to that. And it's funny, I used to get really irritated at my mom in high school. Like back in the day, we'd all wear like Sophie shorts and sweatpants and like
What's a Sophie shorts?
like those ones that fold over.
Yeah.
And like the little tanks, like the wife beater tanks to school all the time. Like we would look grimy, not cute, but it was the style, or like pajama pants. And my mom would always want me to dress nicer. If I was going on a plane, she'd want me to dress nicer. And I would get annoyed to be like, you care too much about what you look like and then therefore what I look like.
Yeah.
But I've changed my mind a little bit more. Like, and that's, I never want to push that on anyone else. I'd rather like show our kids, not tell our kids kind of how I feel about that. But it makes me feel good.
Yeah.
To look presentable. Like I feel nice. Like you'll ask me in the morning, like, what are you getting dressed for? And it's like, just the day. Like it feels good to me when I like the way I look.
I get that.
And it puts me in a better mindset. Even like making the house look nicer. Even if I'm like, oh, it's going to be a mess all day. We have a bunch of stuff to do. I'm like, having it picked up makes me feel better.
I get that.
So it's kind of that vibe.
So you'd like if I maybe once a week was like, you know what, today's going to be a jeans day, work from home.
No, I never, working from home, it's like wear whatever, be comfy. I just think it's cute when people try. Even like when we were watching Love is Blind and that one guy wore the crazy Hawaiian shirts, but the girl's friend was like, it's so cute that he like has a style.
Has a thing that he likes, even if it's not yours.
Like. Yeah, it's like I don't need somebody to dress the way that I like. I just think it's really cute when people care and put an effort. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
I do.
Just doing any little ritual, I just like that. I just think it's like, I just find that attractive to like put in an effort at all.
I'll work on that, brother.
You don't need to work on anything, honey. You're perfect.
That's not true.
You are, but you just asked like, would I like that? And I
I know, but
it's not a negative.
Do you stand by the fact that I don't need to work on anything, that I'm perfect?
No.
It's crazy.
Oh, also back to like things that make you happy.
Yeah.
I was saying how I love running errands on Monday because it's like I'm not working. I'm just bopping around, but I feel so productive.
Same. I
like,
love an
we
errand.
had so many errands to run yesterday, and we just like did all, and it was so fun.
I love an errand. I love being out in the world. That's why I love a grocery store.
Bop and shop.
I love seeing other people live.
Wow.
Like,
You don't like to see other people die. That's so thoughtful of you.
depends who.
Oh my God. Tough. Dark.
Just kidding.
But when we were at Target, we had to buy tampons because we're out. And now, what are we using? People with periods out there, can y'all let us know what you're using? Because I want to try the little, what's it called?
Flex cups.
The Flex disc. I tried period cups. What are they fucking called?
Menstrual cup.
I tried them for like 6 months.
Yeah.
I had a couple times where they worked, and when they worked, it was great. But without fail, every time I would have a leak. And it's not like a little leak when you have those. It's pretty bad.
It's like a dam, right? Like it like comes rushing.
Like floodgates open.
Yeah.
No, it was like typically a little one. Like it was holding it, but a little was getting by. Like I'd take the cup out, and the cup still had most of it in it, but it was like I never got the seal right.
So okay. For people that don't know, tampons, there was a big study that just came out that tampons, regardless, most tampon brands, and definitely all of the leading brands, regardless of if they're organic or not organic,
Some of the organic were the worst ones, I think.
have lead, arsenic, and like a bunch of other shit.
Yeah.
So
we
for
already
us,
knew there was chemicals in them, like bleach and shit.
yeah, but for us anxious girlies, this is not good.
It's not good for anybody.
Yeah, but I'm already so fucking
This was
anxious
bad
on my
for you.
period.
This was bad for you.
This is bad for me. I don't wear tampons to bed already because I'm so terrified of getting, what's it called? TSS.
Yeah.
TSS. The one disease every girly knows.
Toxic shock syndrome.
Yeah. This is giving me toxic shock syndrome. I'm fucking toxic shocked right now. Yeah. I literally can't handle the fact that I have to switch up what I've been doing for 15 plus years.
I'm excited about it because I've been wanting a switch up. I hate tampons to the point where the last like 2-3 days of my period, I
let it
raw
fly.
dog it.
Yeah.
I just free bleed and ruin underwear.
Free bleed is tough
Oh
to
my
hear.
God, this period was horrific. I had to go to the beach and
I'm not over free bleed.
I free bleed. I had to go to the beach to film a little campaign, which what a tough life. It was so nice until it wasn't though, because I leaked out of my period or leaked out of my tampon 2 times. It was, I've never seen my period like that. It was so scary.
Scary.
But the Flex disc, you put it in there, and it's not like the cups that sit really low, so you have to have that seal. It sits way higher, which that scares me. But I think
I'm not doing that.
But it's okay, and like you can't lose it. People said like it just sits up there, and then when you pee, it like, because your muscles contract, which I'm scared. Like, what if you kind of, you can like push like you would pee, just sat, like I can do that sat here and not actually pee.
Yeah.
I feel like that would release it, and I'd be scared that I'd like think about it too much, and I would just do it, and then I'd bleed everywhere. But
I don't
when
have
you
time
pee,
to worry
it like
about this.
unseals and releases, and you can leave it in for 12 hours and it doesn't cause you any harm. And you have ones that are disposable or you have reusable. I don't know, we bought them. I'm gonna give them a go.
How
I'll report
far
back.
up are we talking?
Like I think it sits up on your cervix.
Could you touch it with your finger?
Yeah, because you got to get it out. Yeah, like I mean, anything up there you can touch with your finger.
It's just like I've anything never known how far up a tampon actually is going.
It can't go very far. It's a small area.
Yeah.
Like you're not going up your fallopian tube.
Well, how am I supposed to know that?
Because it can't get up there. It's too big. It's not going up there.
Okay. Well, we are going to an Alaskan cruise. We're going on an Alaskan cruise next week. And
you're going to have your period?
I'm going to have my period on this cruise.
Yeah.
I love a cruise already, but I do get a little anxious sometimes. Cam's never been on a cruise, so she's a little anxious.
I'm not anxious.
You said you were anxious.
No, I didn't.
You said you were a little scared to be on this cruise.
I never said anxious is different. I'm not scared. I was just like, I'm nervous because
nervous.
I think cruises, like the big cruises, give me the ick. And I just don't want to get that here. I'm not worried that I'm going to be like claustrophobic or scared. I just hope I enjoy it. But from seeing all like the videos of it, like this one I think is going to be just so great.
It's not like a big cruise line, which makes it nice. It's like smaller and
I'm not nervous. Okay. I'm not scared.
Okay.
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 I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm okay. It's okay. It's okay.
But now this is just an added fucking thing that I'm going to be fishing a little net out of my
I don't know that this is the time for you to learn,
bro,
a new thing.
But if not, I'm going to be sat there being like, there is literally lead.
You could do pads. Because it is colder. You're not like wearing like shorts and stuff. Like
I could just do pads.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the pads that I use are very diaper.
Well, that's for at nighttime.
So it'll be like...
But that's nighttime.
While
just
I walk
use
around
like a
the boat.
normal pad during the day.
Everyone's going to be like, that girl's diaper girl. And I'm going to be like, stop.
Yeah.
You're lead boy girl person. I'm just like, I literally don't have room for another anxiety.
I know.
I've been so
Will you be
heightened.
anxious about leaking if you wear a pad?
No, I don't really leak with a pad.
I think you should just use pads then.
Yeah, okay.
I think that's your best bet. Do you know when you're starting? Is it before we leave or while we're there?
I think it's while we're there.
Okay. I would do pads and then like bring a few tampons just in case. Like you're going to want to bring tampons in case we like go to the spa or get in a hot tub, you know.
Fair.
You're not going to want to not be able to do that.
Yeah, I don't want that regret.
Or have to like try
not,
the disc
like, living.
and like get in a hot tub and then it leaks. Or, oh, that'd be so scary. Oh my God.
Then I'd be leaky girl.
Diaper girl and leaky girl.
Everyone's going to be like,
honey.
Oh, here comes diaper girl. Oh no, we call her leaky girl now. And everyone's going to be like, it's leaky girl.
Baby, that's really sad. I'm really sorry about that.
Speaking of regrets, I read this article that I thought was really interesting.
Yeah.
There are, I liked this. There are two major kinds of regrets.
Okay.
Okay.
Tell me.
There is regrets of commission. So these include things that we did that we wish we hadn't done. Mm-hmm. Then there are regrets of omission. Mm-hmm. These include the paths that we didn't take, the things we'd wish that we had done.
Yeah.
And then they break down like the difference in how those affect us over time.
Whoa.
And it basically says that regrets of commission, so the things that we did that we wish we didn't do, those cool off over time. And regrets of omission, the things we didn't do, torment us over time.
Well, that makes sense because the things we did do, we know the outcome.
100%.
And everything's fine. In the end, it's all okay.
Yes.
Even if we're like embarrassed or we like, even if you really like messed up your life for a minute, if you're either not caring and you're letting your life downward spiral and you don't give a fuck, or you're like mad at yourself for a while and you fix it.
Yep.
And you do better next time.
Yep.
And you don't allow that to happen. But it's like there's no what ifs and wondering. Well, I mean, I guess there can be, like, if you like break someone's heart or like cheat on somebody and lose them.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh
I mean,
my
that's
God,
a combo.
why did I do that to them? But then it's like, oh yeah, but I guess the what if is like, I wish I was still with them. What would that be like?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a combo situation.
Yeah, I don't think I have any regrets long lasting that are like, I wish I didn't do that. I've worked all that out in therapy where they're like, you did the best you could with the info you had at the time.
Right.
Don't be hard on past you.
Right.
She was doing her best. And I'm like, and I love where I am now. So I can't knock it and be like, well, if I didn't do that, maybe I wouldn't get here. Where like we both say we wish we had more fun in college and like partied or whatever. And who knows what could have happened then.
It feels like the regrets of commission, the things that you wish you didn't do, are things that like it feels like you might as well do stuff and then let it cool off over time, which sounds crazy, but unless it's
to a degree
dangerous, I think is the thing. Like one of the examples they have is like
killing someone,
getting a DUI, having an affair.
I think because those turn into omission regrets, where it's like if you have a DUI, then that has long-term effects, whether it's getting a job, not being able to drive, going on a date and having to tell somebody you have it. Like they cause long-term impact, cheating on somebody, losing that person. Then you're like I said, what if I still had that person in my life? Yeah. I think those are why because they have such long-lasting.
And then the ones that torment us are like, not finishing law school, not fixing my relationship with my brother, not writing that children's book, not telling my first crush that I loved him. Like You're
It's
not
like, what do
really
you have to lose just trying things.
100%. You're not gonna regret being like, I told my first crush that I loved him.
Yeah, you're like, that was so embarrassing. But my first crush, I told him that I liked him. I made my brother handwrite him a note because my brother had the cutest, girliest writing, and mine looked like chicken scratch.
Cute.
So he wrote a note, and I put it in his locker. And it was like, I want to say a year later, but in reality, it was I probably wrote the note at the end of the school year, and the next school year, he finally said something to me. Mm-hmm. But I did it, and I was so embarrassed because I was like, he didn't say anything back. And then we dated for a little the next year.
There you go. So do you have any regrets from that situation?
Not at all.
Not a single regret of commission or omission?
Neither.
So then the article ends with just how to prevent the most painful regrets.
How?
So it says, anticipating our regrets before they come to fruition, or what I like to call pre-grets. So instead of a regret, she calls it a pre-gret.
Cute.
It gives us a chance to live a life that feels right.
Yeah.
In my book, I share several exercises, blah, 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 but here's one of them. Get comfy in bed. Yes, for real. Recline your body and take a deep breath. Mm-hmm. Imagine you're lying on your deathbed. You're not in pain. You feel lucid and at peace. You're near the end and reflecting back on your life. Start to zero in on your regrets of omission, not the things you did do, but rather the things you didn't do. Make a list of what comes up for you. Circle the entries that make your heart beat fast or make it ache or skip a beat. Any heart-related reaction is a good indicator that this one matters.
Cute.
Pay close attention to the pre-grets that want to hide on the page because they're fragile and afraid to be exposed. Perhaps you feel fear of failure or rejection or ridicule. That's a sign that it's important to protect and be kind to those dreams. Start brainstorming ways to take even one step forward. Better yet, write one down right now.
That's
so it's
cute.
like anticipate what things you're going to wish
like
you
what's
did.
What's going to ache on my heart 10 years down the road?
What will I regret?
Yeah.
If I don't do, but like actually sit there and like let yourself think about it. Is there anything that comes to mind for you?
Well, what keeps popping in mind is not personal to me, but I guess because I did it, it's personal. I have a lot of people ask like, oh, I want to move to whatever city.
Yeah.
Do I do it? I'm so scared. And I always tell people, what's the worst that's going to happen? Mm-hmm. You move back to your hometown and you end up right where you are right now.
Always.
Worst case is you're where you are right now. Why? If that's your worst case, you're living it. Why wouldn't you do it?
Beyond that, you're actually gaining experience regardless because you are going to say, I went and did this thing. It's like you win or you learn. It's not you win or you lose. You win or you learn.
Totally. 100%. Yeah. I think like as it's a no-brainer wanting children. In my head, I'm like, if I don't at least try to have kids, like obviously things can happen.
Yeah.
But that would weigh on me.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah, I agree.
If we never told each other that we liked each other.
Yeah.
Would have regretted that my entire life.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I hold myself back from stuff like that. That's where I think I'm not very scared. I think, yeah.
I know one that you've wanted that.
My skincare?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not, in my mind, it's not about that. It's like
this
also
would be like her starting her own skincare thing.
Yeah, it's also about being smart financially.
Yeah.
It's a very expensive endeavor. And like, yeah, it's just trying to, it's not me just like not doing it because I'm scared. It's like, I got to do this right. And maybe this timing's not right. Mm-hmm. So
I don't think that regrets are always because you're scared too. It could be like, I think a lot of people, that is the problem with regrets, is that you say it's 10 other things other than being scared.
Yeah.
Not saying that's your case, but I'm saying people that are like, oh, the timing's not right, or, oh, it might not even be lucrative, or I don't even know if I actually want that. Like, there's so many ways to get around like wanting to do something.
Yeah, but I don't think I'm trying to get around anything. I'm trying to be strategic, where I just don't think I'm having any regrets, because I think I'm just being like smart about it.
Yeah. That's
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what about you?
I think one for me would be like, if I never trained for some sort of like half marathon or like something, I'm like, old people do that. Mm-hmm. I could do that. And I could even just walk it. Mm-hmm. Like, it would just be really fun for me to have like a goal,
Yeah.
a fitness related goal that isn't just about losing weight or gaining muscle or whatever. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh my God.
You have a little burp, so can you?
Yes. I think that would be something I would be on my deathbed and be like, I really should have done that.
Yeah.
I said it every time.
Yeah, you do say it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's for me.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, do it, baby. I can't wait.
Yeah. So I'm running a marathon next week.
Next week. Wow. What, in Alaska?
It actually pisses me off that I didn't do it when I was living in San Francisco because so many of my friends did stuff like that. They like trained for an Ironman and they like did like not my best friends, but like one group.
Friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth pissing you off though. It's like you can still do it.
So true, bestie.
Okay, before we get into our pee-pee story,
Yes.
a pee-pee told us that they've been catching up on all the episodes by listening 5 hours a day.
I feel so bad for them.
I'm like, how do you know how when you read a book and you start thinking in the
That's
tone
reality?
of the author? No,
Oh.
like you like start thinking like them.
Yes.
I feel like I would do that if I was
100%.
listening to people for 5 hours a day. It almost makes me feel like Love Island, and that's only an hour and a half a day.
Yeah. It's so funny because every time that I've done a binge watch of reality, either a podcast or a reality show,
Yeah.
I'm like, I know you so intimately.
Those people are my family and my best friends.
And I'm like deeply concerned. I'm deeply connected. Like, is that how people feel if they binge this pod?
I'm sure some people.
That's so crazy.
I know. Parasocial relationships, man.
That's bizarro.
It is.
It's
But
bizarre.
when we watch a TV show, besides like a reality show, they're like fake characters that just disappear when the show's over.
Yeah, that's always terrible.
And that's weird. Like at least like we exist outside of the podcast.
Oh, my last thing for you that is TV show related. Did you hear that Stevo, remember Stevo from like Jackass?
Yeah.
For a bit, he is getting D-cup implants.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't, it's
What
like,
bit requires that? That's so dangerous.
he's so like, commit to the bit, which I respect. Although not this bit. I feel like this is a little extreme.
That's weird. Why?
He's doing like an undercover thing where he's going to like be undercover.
That's
but like he's
crazy.
only going to have them in for 2 months, he said.
That's dangerous to
I
do a
know.
major surgery. I also the other night was watching Botched while I fell asleep.
You were watching Botched?
I know. Well, it was nice because I like to see like the before and afters and like hear the crazy stories. I just don't like to see the surgery, so I just like close my eyes during that part and then I'd fall asleep.
Cute.
But this one woman had crazy implants. Like I think she was in the adult entertainment industry and she was trans. So she was super skinny and had no pre-existing fat tissue.
Okay.
Because she didn't have boobs when she was born. Well, I guess nobody has boobs when they're born, but whatever. She didn't develop boobs naturally.
Yes.
So the skin tissue was it was super thin and there was no fat there, and she had like massive implants. She actually had implants that were overfilled, so they were like super stretched out. It was crazy. But the doctors took them out, and then like she went like super flat.
Yeah.
Because the only thing in
was
there
nothing else
was
there.
like no body fat.
Yeah.
And they were saying how bad that was for her.
Yeah.
That they were so big because it would stretch. Oh, I'm gonna get sick. Stretch the skin out, and eventually could reveal the implant underneath because there's no like breast tissue there.
Not reveal
Like,
the implant.
I
Jesus
know. So
Christ.
gross. I feel like that is a crazy bit. I don't understand it. I
Yeah.
don't know why he's doing that.
Well,
That
he's
feels
not-
really crazy.
He doesn't really do things that are meant to be understood.
I thought he was over that stuff. Like I thought he was too old to be doing the chaotic things.
I think if you've built your entire brand off of
You
that,
just keep
you're never
going.
too old for it.
I
Like, what does he
guess.
do? Go retire to go read books? That would be insane of Stevo.
I guess.
Okay. PB story.
Pee-pee story.
Are you ready, Kate?
Hi, Captain.
Hi, Cam and Tare. I need some advice and felt the need to write in. I've been in love with my best friend for about 8 years now, and I don't know how to move on from loving her. We met abroad and instantly had a connection. From the beginning, I knew I needed her in my life. She also claimed the same. It was easy to fall in love. She was kind, sweet, selfless, funny, had so much in common with me.
That's so funny.
She was perfect, just like me.
She was hot. She was cool. Honestly, she reminded me of myself.
And probably the most beautiful person in the world. Not even exaggerating. She is so damn pretty.
Oh.
We'd joke that we were soulmates and knew each other in our past lives. A part of me really believes it. The issue with it was she was seeing this guy when we met and then got in a relationship with her now husband, who has become a good friend. Oh, and now it's her friend.
I know that.
It wasn't until she was about to get married that a part of me felt broken, and I realized that I was in love with someone I can never have a future with. I couldn't tell her because I didn't want to lose her, and I knew that she would reject me. Her family has always been her dream has always been to have a conventional family. I've been okay with being her best friend who will be there for her whenever she needed, but it now isn't enough, and I realized I wasted so much time living in some unhealthy fantasy. I struggle with letting go and held on to the small moments. An example of these small moments for some context. Before her wedding, she looked at me sincerely with what looked like sad eyes and told me that I should be the one marrying her. I responded, "You're already taken," and she answered, "Not yet." It felt so real that the memory still makes my stomach turn in wishing I told her right then how I felt. Regardless of these many moments, I can't keep wishing she was mine, especially now that she is with an incredible guy about to start her family. I also can't love someone who doesn't love me back the way I need them to. I wish I didn't let my feelings get this far, but I can't change anything now and I need to move on. Please tell me how to move on from this. Best, Anonymous PP.
Oh my God, my little PP.
That context was iconic.
That moment before the wedding,
straight out of a
gave
movie.
Me chills, made my heart drop to my butthole. I think you need to take a little time apart.
You don't think she tells her?
I think how you take that time apart is up to you. I would either naturally just kind of like pull myself away from the friendship a little bit.
This is her best friend of 8 years.
I know. Do they live near each other?
I think so.
Because I know they said they met overseas. I would either try to naturally pull apart, which happens in friendships, especially as you're getting married and having babies and all that. Or I would say, I love you so much. I'm so happy for you and the life you've built and that you're happy. But I've realized that, cite the study that Taryn had of regret, and just be like, I realize that I need to work through a little regret of that it's not me doing this life with you. And I feel lucky to like even be your friend.
So you would tell her?
Maybe it's like my two approaches, either naturally pull away or just kind of be like, dude, this has been hard and I want to be able to be 100% stoked and happy for you. You have a beautiful life. I think your husband is fucking awesome. I don't want to hurt anybody, don't want to cause any problems, but it's I'm feeling less happy for you and more jealous that it's not me. And it's a really hard thing that I need a little time to process on my own without like having to see you all the time, because it's starting to hurt me a lot.
I think that she has to go the regret, the route of
Telling her,
saving herself from the regret later of never having told her.
Yeah, at least
sure,
like
you should have done it beforehand. We're past that. Nothing you can do now.
Yeah.
The next step is, do you just tell her now so that you give her an idea of why you are taking a little bit of space? And I think that that's probably the best move. That's what I would tell a best friend.
To do it, you do it.
That's what I would tell a best friend.
Yeah.
What I will also tell you,
in like the most respectful way of like, not like I'm trying to ruin your relationship, run away with me, just hey.
My part 2 is, and this is what I would say to a bestie, which is you cannot cheat with her. If the moment all of a sudden is like, oh, really?
I mean, based off of what she said when she was already engaged.
That's why I'm saying this.
And being like, not yet.
There's clearly feelings there.
Yes.
To some degree. She's clearly thought about it. She's, whatever. I feel like almost like I'm seeing a movie and I'm seeing her just pouncing on you in a moment of like wildness.
Yeah.
But
or later on texting and then like it getting steamy, like something.
Those are the regrets that hurt later. Like, yes, there are regrets that are.
Let's not add chaos.
I wish I would have said something. But there are the ones of like, I really should not have hurt someone else in
Yes.
this. Like,
You're
chaos,
already
danger.
hurting, and I don't want you to be hurting.
Yeah.
But to move through this feeling and experience, don't harm other people during it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I am 100% on your side if they're able to say this to her. Don't do it when you're drunk.
No.
I know you might need like liquid courage, or like it might need to be a special moment to be able to say it. Don't do any of that. Do this when you're like 100% clear-headed.
Yep.
Either on the phone if you can't say it to her face.
Yep.
Just like, hey, I need to talk to you about something. Listen, I'm so happy for you, but this is hurting me. I really wish I said something to you sooner. I recognize I didn't. I just need some time to like process this feeling, get through this so I can be the best friend to you.
I think that's perfect.
Wow.
Drama though.
Please keep us updated.
Please update us. That's a we need a part 2.
Yeah, desperately.
All right, homies. Thank you for listening to another epi. We love you. We
love you guys.
appreciate you. We think you're hot. We think you're friendly.
We think
just
you're
like
cool.
us.
You guys remind us of us.
You remind me of us.
You remind me just of us. Get out there. Have no regrets. But don't hurt people. Love you. Bye.